Are you ready for your big journey?
No!
Hello, this is Paul from Play Magazine.
And this is Josh from X1.
We're here to talk about a game which, again, you unfortunately can't play on Xbox One, Josh, but still, Grim Fandango.
Yeah, but you know what? I did play it sort of a decade ago, so I guess that's all right, because, you know, you just got remasters coming to PlayStation 4. So.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I mean, you said as you say, you played it a decade ago. I played it back in the day as well. Obviously, coming back to it is going to be, does it still hold up like all this time later? I think it does largely. But one of the things I always really liked about it was like the art style and like, the design of the game, like that kind of Mexican Day of the Dead thing mixed in with like noir Art Deco style was really cool. And it still looks really good. I mean, even because you can switch whenever you like between the old style and the new remaster.
Nice. That's really cool.
Yeah, and even if you go back to the old style, it still looks pretty good, which is quite incredible, really.
I guess that was always one of the biggest questions going into the remaster of Grim Fandango is, does it actually need it? I know it's been a game that's very difficult to get hold of, especially in the last couple of years, but still, it's sort of like, did so much work need to go into it? Could they not have just quickly ported it across? Because, as I said, the graphics still look pretty good, the sound design is still fairly decent. You know, did it need a full remaster treatment?
Well, I think, as you said, like I think the thing is just it was so difficult to get hold of. Like, I mean, you can't buy it, you couldn't buy it digitally or whatever, and there were various problems with getting it running on modern PCs. Yep. So I think just the fact that they've done a remaster so that we can play it is worth it, because it is too difficult to play otherwise. They haven't done such a good job on the remaster is it's still got loads of bugs and stuff in it that were in the original. So for a kind of remastered definitive version of a game, that's a bit disappointing. We've got a bit on the video here where you can see Manny scooting around without moving his legs. I also had the characters disappear multiple times. I got stuck in an elevator and couldn't move, which led me lose an hour and a half of progress.
Oh,
so
God, that's horrible.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is a bit frustrating to say the least. But the actual game itself, leaving aside the quality of the remaster, like when it's working, I still think it's a really good game. As I say, the art design still holds up. The characters are great. I always really loved the fact that it took place over 4 years, because I felt that you really felt like you'd been on like a really epic journey, and like, you'd spent loads of times with the characters, and also just the fact that it lets you see like different places in the world, which like makes it feel more like a real place, and you get to see the characters in different sort of positions, which I always thought was cool.
Totally. I mean, I think it is frustrating that it's got so many bugs, but then it's difficult to remake games so old. You know, there's a reason it didn't really appear on modern PCs or was so difficult to get hold of, and that's because, you know, the source files and what have you were basically lost in time. So like, it is great to see it back, but maybe a bit more care could have been taken on because people are so excited about it, you know? Like, I mean, do you think it's worth picking up? I mean,
definitely.
Like a gigantic pain in the ass?
Yeah, no, I definitely still think it's a great game. I mean, there's the odd sort of frustrating puzzle which requires a leap of logic, but it's not as bad as some old adventure games in that respect. So I still think that the puzzles are still good, the story's still good. It's still a great game. The quality of the remaster is disappointing to me, but I would not say that's a reason not to get it. I'd still recommend it.
Would you say it is worth a purchase or worth waiting to go free on PlayStation Plus?
I think it's one I could see appearing on PlayStation Plus, but it's a very reasonable price, I would say, for a very good game.
Maybe try a luxury ocean cruise, or